march for the commemoration of Dr. Nanjundarao. I invite the Register Dr. P.Ashokan to deliver his welcome address.
Most respected Vice Chancellor, Coordinator of Nanjundarao Endowment Oration, today's speaker, Dr. T.V.Ashokan, Nanjundarao family, my dear staff and students, very good evening all. Professor Nanjundarao's oration is going on since past 20 years. From 2008 itself, I myself have been sitting as an audience and listening to the various orations. So today's oration, to say a few words about Nanjundarao sir, he is fondly called as R&R, and he was an inspiring teacher, not only for the students. He was working as an honorary professor in various medical colleges, and he was teaching. He was an eminent surgeon, and he was teaching so many MD students. And I heard that he used to take classes during holidays, Sundays, and also he used to give lunch, tea, and for the students like that. He was a role model, and he was inspirational, and also he is a legend, and also he is from an illustrated family, legendary lineage. His grandfather, maternal grandfather Nanjundarao, is also a big legend, Dr. Nanjundarao, and he followed his legacy and he was continuing it. And he was also a founder and HOD of surgery, Raja Medical College, Chittambaram, and he was a clinical coordinator of R.Nanjundarao Medical College. He was holding the post of chairman in Deshmukh General Hospital Research Center and IPD Ortho Center. And apart from that, it's indeed it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all for today's oration. And about T.V.Ashokan sir, I know he's a very prominent speaker, and I've been, his lectures are there in YouTube, and I've been go through some of the YouTube lectures are yours. Definitely today's lecture is the need of the hour. Stress and happiness is the need of the hour. I was thinking there is something called even happy stress, also something called use stress. Something if you have, if you get a new job or youngster getting new dating or something like that, their heart pounds and your pulse rate increases, something called happy stress also. So, and I hope that Sir's oration will help us to de-stress ourselves and to train ourselves to be happy. So with these few words, I welcome you all once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request our lecturer to felicitate the orator with the medal and certificate. Thank you, sir. Now I invite Dr. M.B.B.B.S, Executive Professor of R.Nanjundarao Education Research Trust for the introduction of the orator.
Most respected Vice Chancellor of Tamil Nadu, Dr. M.B.B.S Medical University, respected Registrar, Dean of Students, and staff and students of India University, and invitees, good evening to one and all. I would like to tell the speciality of this oration. It is formed by the students of Madras Medical College to celebrate the 60th birthday of this honorary professor in the year 1985. In the year 1998, after it is shifted from the Pundamalli place to this one building, this was the first oration entrusted in university from MMC, shifted from Madras Medical College to university. And Professor Snehalata, who has reached the lotus feet, the first surgical oncologist of Tamil Nadu, who left us earlier, he signed this MOU for this first endowment oration of Tamil Nadu Dr. M.B.B.S Medical University. So we are all blessed to be here in this evening to hear the selected orator for this year is Dr. Ashokan. The health is not only physical health, it is the mental health. If you are happy, we can be healthy. How to be happy in stressful life? Really nice topic. Sir has chosen. He has served Tamil Nadu government for more than 3 decades and occupied many chairs in the Psychiatry Association all over the world. The special thing is, he was the zonal representative of South Asia World Psychiatric Association in the year 2014 and 17. So many of us, we have heard his lectures in so many places, and now we are blessed to hear his oration in this with august presence. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I invite our orator, Dr. Ashokan, to come to the podium and to deliver this lecture on stress and happiness.
Respected Professor R.Nanjundarao, the Vice Chancellor of Tamil Nadu Medical University, respected Professor R.Nanjundarao, respected Professor Sundar, the dean, and respected faculty of India Medical University, respected Madam, Professor other students, friends, ladies and gentlemen.
Can somebody make your mic all right?
Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
It's indeed a pleasure and privilege for me to be here on this momentous occasion to deliver Professor R.Nanjundarao Endowment Oration. My topic is stress and happiness. The reason for choosing this particular topic is that the present young minds are toying with an overvalued idea that they have become omnipotent and extremely independent because they are able to procure anything and everything at an instant level with a gadget or smartphone. As a cognitive scientist, Stephen Covey used to say, man is neither dependent nor independent, is interdependent, but unfortunately this particular idea is not at all considered by the present generation. With the technological advancement in the last 30 to 40 years, I think we have really reached the comfort zone, a lot of information explosion, and we are trying to have a transition from comfort to luxurious zone. In spite of it, the other side, there is a gray area. We have drifted away from the joint family system. Even the nuclear family system is getting distorted. Living relationship is emanating. But in spite of having anything and everything, the present youngster is feeling lonely. He is not at all connected. Even in a family, everybody is very busy with their own WhatsApp messages. Unfortunately, they try to unite to form a kind of an archipelago at the time of lunchtime or dinner time. Virtually, the communication, a meaningful communication is not at all existing, and we don't have meaningful relationship. The quality of interaction is lost. The digital age probably makes us to become isolated, not only from others, but also from our own selves. So I thought it is pertinent enough to talk about stress and its management and happiness. In school, you are taught lessons and then given a test. In life, you are given a test that teaches a lesson. There is a very famous aphorism in Japanese belief that every man has three phases. One phase shown to the near and dear. Second phase depicted to the social milieu. And the third phase is still unexplored. Unless that means the person is really getting some kind of a conflicting, stressful situations. And the time of really operating some coping strategies, maybe he is in a position to know about his own real self. There are many definitions available about life. But as a psychiatrist, the definition given by the 2nd century philosopher Lucian is the most appealing to me. Life is a ridiculous confusion. It is a chaotic chorus. It is a kind of a drama stage where people used to assemble, go here and there, shout at each other at their own will, till the impresario removes them one after another. What a beautiful existential statement is embedded in this particular definition. Man is a compilation of thoughts. That's what Petra Russell says. And that is probably, going tandem with the aphorism given by the 15th century philosopher René Descartes, cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. It is my thought process that is giving me the identity, whatever I feel, whatever I perceive. Ultimately, it is boiling down to my thought process. With the thought process, I am able to retrieve the incident events happening that occurred some time back. It is the same thought process I am able to anticipate the futuristic issues. And in the same thought process, I am able to be in tandem with the present day events happenings. So, thoughts become words, words become actions, actions become behavior, and behavior becomes destiny. So to analyze, decipher, discuss, understand an individual, one should really focus on the thought process. That is enough to know about his identity. When you get up in the morning and look at the mirror, what exactly you are seeing, your image. Maybe at the first thought, it's right. But on deeper pondering, you are not seeing your image. You are seeing your impression about your image. Because what I perceive my image on the mirror is different from what another person is perceiving my image at the same time. There is an expectation, but the reality is different. How far I think probably they are closely related, there lies the problem. If there is a stark incongruity between expectation and the reality, this problem arises. The problem or the stress is the discrepancy between what is happening and what should have been happening. stressless life is the dream of an angel. But unfortunately, only 2 people are virtually free from stressful issues. That the fool is not in a position to know about the nature and the consequences of his behavior, and the individual who had gone to the level of a kind of a detached attachment, considering both positive and negative consequences at the same level, at the same paradigm. Only these 2 people are virtually free from stressful issues. Even Mahatmas are not an exception. Life without stress is death. In small doses, stress acts as a spice of life. That's it. If you ask me who is the best teacher, I would rather say the last mistake I committed or the last failure I faced. Because victorious moments, they really show the world, but only at the time of failure, I started knowing about myself. It is a kind of a learning experience at the time of failure where I'm able to overcome the failure or probably I'm in a position to accept the failure. So consider your failures, consider your problems as an experience, learning experience. The stress can be really low, condensed in the ABC paradigm. There is an activating situation game that is leading to changes in our belief system. That may have an impact on the consequences, either in the physical or psychological or emotional paradigm. You need to have some kind of a spirit, because that will escalate the performance. That will definitely retrieve your creativity. But unfortunately, if it crosses the level, then it will bring the performance. That's what God said last days. And this is a mechanism, neurohumoral mechanism of stress. Now I don't want to go into the intricate aspect of this neurohumoral mechanism, but what exactly is happening at the peripheral level? The sympathetic mode is going for a hegemonious level. We have 2 systems, sympathetic and parasympathetic, and sympathetic system is going for a hegemonious level. So physically, there is an increased pulse rate, excessive sweating, perspiration. Psychologically, the person will really know, have impaired attention, inadequate concentration, and poor judgment. And this is probably, again, if you have little stress, your performance will be better. And if it crosses the level, something like a bell curve, I think it will bring your performance. What are the stress-related problems? Quite often, the person will become anxious, or sometimes he will become depressed. We always think that when a person is depressed, he will not really eat properly. But unfortunately, there is another extreme. To compensate, the person may indulge in binge eating. Like Netflix, we have binge watching. Second, substance abuse. There is already a problem. We are unable to face the painful reality, not escape from the painful realities. Sometimes we go for alcohol or smoking cigarettes and trying some other synthetic drugs. Maybe at the transient level, the person is mainly experiencing an escaping mechanism, but in fact he is adding one more problem. Third, restlessness and fidgeting, nail biting, hypochondriasis. You don't have any problem, but still you start thinking that you have become ill. There is a marked preoccupation of having any bodily symptoms. It will be very similar to having a physical disorder. Unfortunately, like window shopping, what our females used to do at the time of Deepavali or Pongal, the person would be indulging in doctor shopping from one specialist to another specialist, may not be satisfied with any other doctor, and compels and pesters the doctor to do some investigation. And it may lead to deterioration of the physical health. It is a cognitive distortion. It is a thought that is really what at the time of facing the stressful issue, we have our own thought process. We started over generalizing, seeing a pattern of a single event, and we started really concluding with that. Second is mental filter. You are paying attention only to certain type of evidence and probably drawing some conclusions, or jumping into conclusions. We think that we can read the other person's mind. Very, very difficult. Normally, the 7,000 to 14,000 thoughts are being harbored by male. Every 14 seconds we are changing our thought. Having lived with them, this is a statistic with reference to male. Unfortunately, I don't have statistics for the female. Having lived with the female for more than 35 years as a husband, having been reared with another female as a son, or rearing another female as a daughter, I have not understood either my mother or my wife or my daughter. Never tried to analyze it. You will be in tolerance. Very difficult to analyze it. So, mental filter. We think that we can really analyze the other person. And probably we can even say we can predict the future. That is also another cognitive discussion to be avoided. And at the time of facing a situation, there is an intellectual paradigm, another is emotional paradigm. You start clearly behaving in an emotional way, you are disturbed emotionally. Just because you are disturbed emotionally, you start thinking that it is a very serious problem. It may be alien to you. Second, all or nothing thinking. If I am not perfect, I will fail. This kind of when extremist thinking is to be avoided, we are relatively normal. We are relatively abnormal. But if the people are there in a particular culture, I think either the person has been good or the person has been bad. No way at all. Then should and must, life should be fair. These should become inflexible must. Are making mountain out of a molehill. An ordinary trivial problem is probably seen through the microscope and probably the person is unnecessarily suffering. Or minimize. A catastrophic issue may not be perceived in a proper way and the person may have psychological numbness and probably may have a lot of complications. Personalization. It's only me who is suffering, others are happy. That kind of attitude to be avoided. What are the stress management techniques? Little changes can make great relief. Learn to recognize stress and relax. Take a break. Stay positive, especially at the time of facing a conflict. And let others know that you are currently having some problem. And more than everything, allow yourself to say no when you want to say no, especially if the peer group is influencing. But the present generation is not having any peer group. For us, I think the smartphone has become our memory systems. Google has become our mentor, peer group, aid, and visiting websites have become our temporary shelters. Assertiveness. Third, at the time of conflict, make an eye contact. Because when you make an eye contact, it shows your confidence. It will instill proper self-esteem. And that you are in a position to really fire all the psychological cylinders. Talk in a very firm voice, use body language. Most of the TED Talks, I think it is not really focusing on the verbatim or the language or the pronunciation, but the reason is the body language. When you are liking somebody, a star, a hero, a heroine, whoever it is the body language that is really getting attracted, and that's why you are enticed with their emotional way. Have some self-control and time management. That is another important factor. We really don't manage our time and try to set achievable goals. Don't keep on extending your goal post. Ventilation. This is another factor. Unfortunately, it's probably happening in the religious period. When I become guilt, when I commit a mistake, when I commit a sin, I go to a religious place and confess. That's a different one. Catharsis is different. That is a psychoanalytic concept propagated by Sigmund Freud. It's something like by poisoning, probably induce vomiting. That vomiting, anything and everything would really come out. Ventilation probably modulate. You want to share some of your agonizing feeling, trying to converse, ventilate with a meaningful friend. Humor. This is very important. I'll be discussing a cognitive behavioral therapy. This is called progressive muscular relaxation. When you face a particular conflict, you become anxious. The anxiety may have an impact on the physical and psychological component. Sometimes it's really difficult to deal with the physical anxiety unless the person is prescribed some drugs. Drugs are little dependent, producing substances. So go for this progressive muscular relaxation. try to relax all the muscles from head to foot, part by part. At one point of time, from head to foot, you will be in a relaxed level. And the whole muscle is relaxed. Take a breathing and feel the complete relaxation. When you're trying to really produce this kind of relaxation, it will have an impact on the psychological component, and even psychologically, you will really relax. Take part in the social activities because it reduces stress level, facilitates friendship, and prevents social anxiety. With humor, you can see the forest through the trees. Humor is a triple whammy. It is a cognitive shift, it is an emotional reaction, and third, it's a kind of an intricate exercise for the intrinsic persons. With humor, the sense of humor, probably you are completely different. Without sense of humor, approaching a particular problem is like capturing a particular image in a tripod camera. You'll see only one particular angle. With the sense of humor, you are like a drone camera where you'll be in a position to capture the particular same image at 360-degree angle. So in that aspect, you may be in a position to see the particular problem in a different perspective, or having known completely about the problem. Some problems are probably where we can really find a solution. But some, I think, have to live with it. When there is a loss of a loved person, I think you have to accept it. So, in the sense of humor, you may be in a position to accept it. This is a wonderful technique, an off-pharmacological intervention, cognitive behavior therapy. And what exactly happens at the time of facing a particular situation or a stress, immediately we start reacting in emotional ways. Before that, we develop automatic negative thought. That automatic negative thought is producing unwanted emotions. That unwanted emotions are not properly processed in the cognitive realm, and that is producing disequilibrium of the psychological makeup of the individual. Ask the person to revisit the particular stressful issue. I failed in the exam. 2 essays, 10 short notes. One essay, ask the person to revisit. Ask the person to think again. Then the second time probably you will having some other thought. That some other thought should be substituting the originally occurred automatic negative thought, and it's possible to really elevate the emotions, and it's possible to retrieve the previous psychological equilibrium. It's a wonderful technique, even for very serious problems like hallucinating schizophrenia. The person may be helped to really come out of the agonizing, anxious reaction. Another deep breathing exercise. I don't know how many of you have seen a beautiful web series, Money Heist. The professor at the time, it's an anti-hero. The professor then and there used to go out of the camp or a building, used to practice this deep breathing exercise. Before writing your exam, competitive exam, before meeting somebody, count 1 to 5, deeply breathe in, then 6 to 10. Hold your breath. Then 11, 12, 13, 14. Slowly breathe out. I repeat 1 to 5. Breathe in deeply. 6 to 10. Hold your breathing. And 11 to 15. Slowly breathe out. By doing this, you are reverting from sympathetic mode to parasympathetic mode, and you will be extremely relaxed. At the time of extreme relaxation, there used to be an excessive activity in the reward area like nuclear accumbens and ventral corridor, and you will be like a central batsman in the 10th over who see the cricket ball, something like a football, and you will be in a position to hit the ball for 4 and 6s. Previously, you are talking about positive psychology. You have to be optimistic, you have to think about pressure of incidents, but unfortunately, life is not a bed of roses. We have negative side also. We have problems, but there is no solution at all. So we start highlighting this particular concept called resilience. Resilience is nothing but adaptability in adverse situation or surviving at the time of suffering. It's an ability to focus on solutions rather than getting tangled into the problem. It's not merely bouncing back, but every time when you are getting up, you are trying to improvise with some kind of learning. It's just climbing a mountain without a trademark. Martin Seligman, he what he did in a particular psychological experiment. He kept a monkey in a cage to believe. The monkey was struggling, fighting to come out of it. After some time, it started really behaving in a very normal way. It probably concluded that it was not possible to go out of that cage. That is learned helplessness. Max or fail at that, I don't think I can pass this exam. I don't think I can really improve myself in the next exam. So if we conclude, something like that. Right? You conclude, kind of learned helplessness. What he says, there are three factors that are responsible, which have to be avoided. One is the personalization. Only me is suffering like this, not others. Second is the pervasiveness. This particular problem is going to affect all the facets of my life. Third, it's going to last forever. Avoid these three things. What are the signs of resilience? Start feeling that you are really low, started facing the problem, you started surviving, because survival mentality is definitely needed. Second, emotional cohesion. Previously, we were discussing about intelligence quotient. High IQ may be really needed to get in a good academic avenue. Fortunately, we talk about emotional cohesion. What is emotional cohesion? EQ. Understanding your emotions, understanding others' emotions, understanding the interaction between your emotions and others' emotions, and trying to get the best beneficial effects out of the interaction. If you have a good IQ, you may become a good scholar. But if you have a good EQ, you may become a leader, and more than that, you may become a good husband. It's very difficult to get a fast mark in the marriage, even after living for 35 years. You are not able to convince, you are not able to impress. Very difficult. If you have emotional cohesion, yes, it's possible. Then think about the past incidents where you would have operated certain strategies. Try to retrieve those strategies and have some mercy on you. And if necessary, if possible, if things are going beyond a level, speak from the near and near. There are certain factors. What is the competence? Think about the qualities you have. Confidence. Think about how to utilize these qualities. Third, you must be connected to the family, individual level, friend level, interpersonal and social level. Fourth, is the fundamental principle of the personality. Contribution, it is motivation to really face the problem. And 5, 6 is coping, it's the actual dealing with the stress. Second, the last one is the locus control. If you are dealing with a particular stressful issue, think that the locus of control is within you. If something happens, if I'm able to overcome this particular problem, yes, well and good. Excellent. If something goes wrong, I will not blame any person they experience. People with locus control, that the locus of control is within themselves, they have better stress tolerance. This is a account camp where Viktor Frankl, the neuropsychiatrist, was a prisoner. His father, brother, wife, brother, all were arrested and subsequently murdered. Viktor Frankl was probably the only lonely person. He was like a solitary before. He had sleepless nights, lost everything in his life. He used to get up very early in the morning. He used to sit by the side of the window and used to gaze the stars in the sky. One particular day, he had a flash of light. In this world, I don't think we have the capacity to prevent the negative incident of happening. It's not possible for us to prevent any negative issue, but we have freedom of choice. We have freedom of choosing the best response. As far as choosing the response is concerned, we are in the driver's seat. As long as we have the particular freedom, nothing can hinder us. So based on this particular concept, principle, he formulated logotherapy, and he had written a beautiful book called Man's Search for Meaning. It is a survivor's Bible. If at all there is one book to be read in the past 100 years, I would rather recommend this particular book, because Viktor Frankl, while arrested by the Nazi army, he was suffering like anything in the concentration camp. He lost everything. Then this book was written. Wonderful book, especially at the time of crisis. Go through this book, available in Amazon, 120 pages, maybe 140 or 50 rupees. Considering the work we do, considering the commuting time, considering the time during which we think think about our work. Nearly 1/3 of our lifetime is being spent on the work-related activities. And sometimes we are in a position to really know, to prioritize that particular work, which one to do, which one to avoid. Here comes our Wilfredo Pareto. Wilfredo Pareto was an Italian economist, and he was observing the shopping behavior in a particular shop. People are buying products. Some products are repeatedly bought. Those repeatedly bought products formulated 20%. They were responsible for 80% of the gain. He applied this particular concept, extrapolated, and probably in time management. We have many works to do. Identify the vital few 20% of the work, you will have 80% of the gratification. That was the message Wilfredo Pareto gave. And Dwight Eisenhower was an American soldier and subsequently became American president in 1961. He identified two factors. We have a lot of work to do. One is an important factor, second is the urgent factor. By important factor, what he meant, by doing the work, the person who is doing is going to be benefited. Urgent work means by doing the work, somebody else is going to be benefited. So he combined these two variables and formulated 4 different quadrants. Quadrant 1, important, urgent, he is benefited, others benefited. Quadrant 2, important, he is benefited but not others. Quadrant 3, he is not benefited, others are benefited. Quadrant 4, nobody is benefited. Anybody in the audience, which one to choose first? Which quadrant? Anybody? Invariably we'll say, I think quadrant 1. But unfortunately, the other person, our boss is there, our dean is there, our superior is there. If something goes wrong, we'll be taken to task. So go for quadrant 2. You are only going to be affected if something goes wrong. Finish it, borrow some time, plan for quadrant 1, then meticulously do this one, quadrant 1. Quadrant 3, இந்த ஒரு சர்வீஸ் நம்ம சொல்லுவாங்க, எவன் வந்தாலும் அவன் தான் கடைசியாக அவன் தான் தீபாவளி ஊற்றி பார்க்கணும், பொங்கலுக்கு பார்க்கணும், டெம்டேஷன் ஃபுல்லாக அவன் தலையில் தான் முடியும். Delegate. 4, somebody is focusing on quadrant 4. ஏதோ ஒரு பொண்ணு இருக்காங்க, இல்லாட்டி அவனுக்கு புண்ணியம் கிடையாது, மற்றவனுக்கு புண்ணியம் இருக்காது. Avoidance. What is happiness? This is $1 million. Quite often, what is really giving happiness today is not giving happiness tomorrow. There is a constant search for happiness. The pursuit of happiness is something like a treadmill. You want to really know a treadmill. You want to go somewhere, but you are in the same place. So, psychologists, they call this hedonic treadmill. It is an attitude. Some consider it as synonymous with success. Some consider it as synonymous with understanding the meaning. Aristotle says there is a positive effect of pleasure that is known as hedonia. A sense of meaningfulness or engagement is known as eudaimonia. There are many neurological substances. I am not going to really go into the intricate aspects. Psychologically, there are 3 components. One is wanting, that is the motivation. Second is liking, that's the actual consummation of pleasure. Third is learning, associations, representation, and predictions. Imagine a person is drinking alcohol. Imagine a person is smoking weed or trying some substance. What exactly is happening is going in a different kind of altered state, and what he thinks that it is really pleasurable. What is happening is that vasolimbic level, the dopamine receptors are stimulated, and it is not going beyond that. So on stopping, on cessation, the person is having deleterious side effects in the form of withdrawal symptom. So the wanting, whatever you feel which is really pleasurable, if it is stopping with wanting, it is not pleasurable. It should go to the next level liking. Have you ever observed a child tasting ice cream, cold ice cream? Beautiful facial expression, நல்லா யாருமே இல்லாம நம்ம போட்டு பிரமாதமா சாப்பிடுவோம். நம்ம தயிர் சாதத்தை எனக்கு ஸ்கூல்ல சாப்பிடக்கூடாது. தயிர் சாதத்தை நீங்க வீட்டில் உட்காந்து பசியில நல்ல விரல்ல இது பண்ணும். பசியில நல்லா சாப்பிடும் பொழுது எல்லாமே நம்ம ரொம்ப நாகரிகமா டீசெண்டா தைவான் போயிருந்தபோது ஒரு தோசையை ஒருத்தவன் நம்ம ஸ்கூல்ல வெட்டுறான். தோசை கீழே போகுது. என்னத்துக்கு? We are acting. So I think ஒரு நல்லது பண்ணணும். Sometimes சில சமயம் வந்து even I'm sorry to state this, even if you pass urine, pass motion அப்பா நல்லா திருப்தியா போச்சு. சந்தோஷமா. That is pressure. That is like probably it goes to the end of cannabinoid or opiate receptor stimulated. That is chinna sweet, so-called sweet nothing. That is the real pleasure. So liking without wanting is hedonic happiness. There are certain hedonic neural substrates, I think, in the brain, like orbitofrontal cortex, cingulate cortex, prefrontal cortex, nucleus accumbens and ventral pallidum, and parabrachial nucleus are top of the class. When the cannabinoid receptors and opiate receptors are stimulated, they try to form a kind of an archipelago, and enough information is transmitted. So, liking should be there. The green area is wanting, it is core, very related. But the red area is the real liking, real pleasure. And you know, this liking, wanting, liking, and learning, they occur consciously as well as unconsciously. So it can be modulated by orbitofrontal cortex dopamine, and here it comes to amygdala, hippocampal dopamine, and cannabinoid receptors. Some people are blessed. They are born with a silver spoon. They can seek happiness. I am from a very poor background. My days are darker than your nights. For these people, how to seek happiness? Dan Gilbert is an answer. He says you can synthesize happiness, and synthesize that particular synthesizing happiness is equal to the natural happiness. What is natural happiness? What we get when we get what we want. நினைச்சது நிறைவேறு. நீ இருந்தால் உன்னோடு ஒரு பழைய பாட்டு. அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் தெரியும் கல்யாணம் அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் அவன் என்ன ஆனான். அது வேற விஷயம். But synthetic happiness, what we make when we don't get what we wanted. அப்பாவோட சொத்து கிடைக்குது, நேச்சுரல் ஹாப்பினஸ். எல்லாம் கிடைக்கல, என்னை ஏமாத்திட்டாங்க, நானே வந்துட்டு then I try to really get some probably savings, then out of my earnings I start having some possession. That is synthetic happiness. Dan Gilbert proved this. He caught people with annular amnesia to assemble in a particular room, and he showed 6 different beautiful images and asked the people with the annular amnesia to rate these images from the most like to the least like. They did. And he also gave a promise. I am going to give a copy of this particular image. Which one you want? Either the 3rd image or the 4th image. All agreed for 3rd. Then he asked all the people to wait outside. He also went out and half an hour. He returned back. And they called the people that were amnesia. Those people did not remember they met Dan Gilbert. Those people did not remember their short images. Those people did not remember that they were promised for a copy of a 3rd image. Again in the second session, he asked them to rate from the most liked to the least liked. The surprise happened. You know what happened? The 3rd choice, the first session, was elevated to 2nd position. And the 4th choice was sent to 5th position. They have atrophied amnesia, they have learning problem, they cannot remember. But what was done between 3rd and 4th? 3rd was the most liked, 4th was least liked. They liked the photos, images, even before they wore it, though they did not remember they wore it. They also liked the image, they gave up less for. Though they did not remember, they gave up. How is this possible? And Gilbert said, pretty well there are 3 mechanisms: liking, wanting, and learning through associations. And this is happening in an unconscious state by association. And probably immunological factors also play a significant role. And it usually happens when people are exposed to very serious, severe situations where they don't have any say. It's possible to really, seek synthetic happiness. Think about a positive incident that happened in your life. Or sometimes, we really fantasize. You can synthesize happiness. Happiness, whether it is related to money, $1,000,000 question. Up to $70,000, yes, it is essential for survival. But beyond that, it is not related to happiness. When the parents are really happy, Is there any possibility for the children to be happy? No. Imagine a situation where the father is schizophrenic, mother is schizophrenic, elder son is schizophrenic, younger son is schizophrenic, but the younger son's schizophrenia is different from younger son. Why? Same genetic transmission, same life events. The gene is also in need of a particular experience to express it. The elder son and the younger son, probably they differ how they modulate or process the commonly occurred life events. So it is a life event, how you approach, how you really guard their life's happiness. If the person is having good motivation, if there is a possibility of seeking happiness, so happiness is a butterfly. Start focusing on your work, get involved, it will come and sit on your shoulder. Then they did another research. They collected people above 80 years who seem to be happy and asked them a simple question. You seem to be happy, widows, widowers, living with children, living in a common shelter. Tell me one simple reason why you are happy. All of them unequivocally said, we had ups and downs, but in spite of it, we were able to spend time for our relatives, for our friends, for our families. So, the best thing a father can give to the son is that time. The best thing a wife can give to the husband is that time. Or vice versa. Giving education, or writing property, and more than that. If you are invest your time or your year and year. How to find happiness? Always be improving. What the static event, it is a dynamic event. Be active. That is probably producing happiness. 25% of your happiness, I think, is being infected by people who are happy. These are an office people. Everybody's time. Think about the past situation where you are kept in a pedestal state. 5th class படிக்கும்போது லெமன் ஸ்பூன்ல செகண்ட் பரவாயில்ல எத்தனை பேர் ஓடுங்க 2 பேர் பரவாயில்ல போ and collective goals, start thinking about the social value. Invest your time for the society, you will be happy. This is a very primitive video game we played in the 1990s, where there used to be a window, there used to be different shapes and different colors, they will be falling from the sky. After really starting the game, you have to really accommodate different colors, either on the left or on the right or in the middle. Similarly, trying to anticipate positive idea, you will be happy. And fulcrum in the lever, it states that if you are not able to displace a particular weight or a rock, change the lever. Lever is a possibility. Or change the fulcrum point. That is a mindset. Never be with a fixed mindset. Go for a growth mindset. You will be happy. Happiness is in the flow. Lee Hai-Chi said, "Be high." American-Hungarian psychology gave a beautiful psychological principle called flow. Flow is nothing but modulating the capabilities and the performance in a beautiful way. When you are watching a particular movie with the better performance, something theater, and what is transferred is flow. When you are really worshipping the God, and the temple, what is happening there, it's flow. When you are interacting with the females, vibrating the same frequency, and probably you know what is happening. So flow is nothing but totally involved and totally immersed in that particular activity, and absolutely they don't seek any kind of attention or reward or any incentive. If others are probably taking the work to get some reward, but these people work itself is the reward. And if you start practicing this flow, at one point of time you'll be interested in doing the work and you will not be really worrying whether particular activity is resulting in a positive or a negative consequence. Best things in life are not things, they are experiences. Travel and work, meet different kinds of people, have a lot of experiences. I would like to share one experience of my client. You know, a 28-year-old person brought his mother. When he was plus 2, he was a school topper in North Chennai. Father was working in a public company, and it is a very middle class, fantastic family. And something mysterious happened to the mother. She started talking excessively, started claiming supernatural powers, extremely disinhibited. And one fine day she eloped with the neighbor. And this fellow was preparing for the exam. It was a great shock. Father started drinking. Then he succumbed to the injuries. He succumbed to alcohol. He drank. And he was not able to continue. Though he was a school topper, I think he was able to get a mere pass. Then he joined the same public sector company on compassionate ground, and he changed his residence next to the street. 10 years later, on a fine day, he saw a lady trying to eat something from that garbage when the street car. She was not adequately clad. And hearing that lady, he understood that it was his mother. And he brought her mother to me. It was a bipolar mania. And subsequently, she was with the history of alcoholism, drugs, taken to a different state, neighboring state, had multiple sexual relationships. And I don't know if it is alcoholic psychosis or bipolar, it was very complicated. And absolutely, she was not in a position to have a meaningful conversation. She was extremely psychotic and in a kind of a vegetative state. 3-4 sessions, I think she was slightly improving. Then I look at her. Then he said, "Sir, you are in a kind of an plan." He said, "Came around and chill, but be sincere, I was ready because it's really painful. No, but mother will probably things like this. It's little painful, no, because and of course, sometimes I said that that's out of the body weight, the one of the mobile thing, upon a sour. I did get the old hospital. She may be a better bad woman, not bad another. Wrong, why the sort of sir, I get no one there. Nani Patla asked that. Then he asked it, very serious question, I didn't have an answer. I didn't have an answer. Or when I rapist thought level. Then I saw a mother in me. And a mother, I know, he taught me a lesson. See, I think you would have left it. People are very selfish. Including my son and daughter. I think tomorrow I don't think I should not have any mind in that they will be looking after me. As I said, but that guy, in spite of facing all kinds of embarrassment, socially, he accepted it. Then I came to that acceptance is the key to handling life. Probably he taught me a lesson, acceptance, that is happiness. There are 2 more things. Albert Camus, the French Nobel laureate, I got Nobel Prize for literature, and there is a myth of Sisyphus. There are different versions. Sisyphus was the prince of Carnage kingdom, and he won a literary battle with the god of death. And he kept the god of death under his custody, and so at that time, death was not taking place. The god of battle was unhappy. How was it going to Sisyphus, you have to release god of death. Let him put it. No wife of Marxist. Sisyphus then he was a little bit embarrassed. Then he released the god of death. Then he was punished to really move a particular rock from the bottom of the hill to the top of the hill, and he has to do it mechanically forever. Albert Camus says, your life is something like Sisyphus moving the rock. Don't try to find happiness. Now don't try to find meaning in this meaningless world. If you think that you have found happiness, if you think that you have found meaning, be happy with that. But that's not the end of it. But Sisyphus, while moving the rock, he was slightly laughing to himself. He was retrieving the memory of keeping the god of death under his custody for some time. Similarly, after achieving something, we tend to really think it was Santosh. But now, why? Like in the drama stage, we are all actors, but at the same time, we are the playwrights for the drama. The worst part is, we are the only audience, or the script. we have written. Nobody else. So, life is nothing but a Bluetooth device, either in connected mode or in searching mode with limited warranty. The Bluetooth is helping us to connect with something. So I would like to conclude, have some empathy for other person. That is happiness. Try to see not only your problem, you are always seeing our problems. Others' problems with empathy, try to see them from their perspective. You will seek happiness. The last line, leaf on a water stream. Leaf is enjoying the travel of existence. The travel is decided by the water. The leaf is not aware of the destination. Till then, enjoy the travel of this existential significance. Live, do not merely exist. Thank you very much.